my mind is all over the place sometimes. But after dinner, we went back to Miles' place and we played this weird card game called Exploding Kittens. It was Johnny's idea, but it was really fun. Happy Wednesday! Welcome to today's vlog. I'm really excited. It's like day 22 or 23 here in Thailand. I don't know, I lost count. I know I've been here for more than 3 weeks already. But yeah, nothing too crazy going on today. It's actually about 5 p.m. right now. I've actually been working all day on this laptop over here, getting a bunch of stuff done. I'm working on like a VSL, some ClickFunnels stuff, a bunch of boring stuff really. But I gotta go link up with Johnny FD on the roof. We're about to go do a podcast, and then I actually want to do my first Q&A for you guys. I know a lot of you have been asking a ton of questions on all the different videos and in the channel, so I definitely want to take the time to answer those questions. So today will just be a quick podcast, some dinner, and then a Q&A. What's up, Johnny? Is this where we're gonna do the podcast?
We could, yeah.
Let's check out Johnny's really cool, awesome setup for his podcast. Can you kind of show us what do you use exactly?
2013 MacBook Air, needs a new battery soon. Focusrite, this is a mixer, portable mixer with 2 channels. So I can put in 2 microphones. These are both Audio-Technica mics, which I love. And that's it. That's all you need.
Besides the laptop, how much would you say was this setup right here?
This was 100 and these were like 70 or 80 bucks each. So for less than 250 bucks, you can have a whole setup.
Man.
Professional studio quality.
Yeah, dude, and I've listened to your podcast. It's like, it sounds really good, dude. Yeah. Cool. And you've had this for a couple years, huh?
I've had this for years now. I love it. I bring this everywhere. It's travel friendly and it just works.
All right, you ready for the podcast? Let's do it. So after the podcast, we went to go eat dinner at a nice Indian restaurant. The food was amazing. I wish I would have brought this camera. I actually forgot it. Let me backtrack. Gotta be honest here. I didn't forget the camera. What happened was I locked myself out of this room. You see, this is the card for this room. And what happened was I left this card inside this room, and when you walk out the door and you close the front door, the room auto locks. So I basically locked myself out and this camera was inside. I didn't want to make everyone wait for me and find the security guard and contact all these people to get back inside my room. So I just left the dinner and left the camera inside. Sorry, my mind is all over the place sometimes. But after dinner, we went back to Miles' place and we played this weird card game called Exploding Kittens. It was Johnny's idea, but it was really fun. All right, onward to the Q&A. First question I want to answer by Inquisitive M. He asked, or she asked, what stabilizer do you use for your ground shots and what camera? That's a good question. Actually, my main point and shoot is this camera right here, which is a Canon G7X, the first version, not the Mark II. But for those really steady cinematic shots, I actually use this camera. This is the DJI Osmo. DJI is known to make these drones right here. This is one of the world's first handheld cameras with a stabilization system. It has a gimbal, so it's really cool. It gets those amazing cinematic shots, super steady, so you don't get all that shake in your videos. So anytime you see those shots in my video where it's nice and steady, when it's not the drone in the air, when it's a ground shot, I'm using this camera. The only thing I hate and dislike about this camera is there's so many moving pieces, right? You gotta set up with your phone, you gotta turn the camera on, then you gotta turn on the Wi-Fi, then you gotta connect it to your phone, then you gotta turn on the app, and then you gotta unlock all these different... It takes you like 3 minutes to set this damn thing up, so I don't like using this camera for most of my shots. I just use it for those cinematic shots, or when I'm traveling, there's some beautiful scenery, and when I capture that scenery, that's when I use this camera. All right, next question. Kyle F asked if I would ever plan on moving to Thailand permanently. Woo. That's a tough question. The answer is yes, but more likely no. The reason why is I love America. America is not the best country in the world. It's definitely not the most perfect country in the world, but in my opinion, it is a great country. Now, countries like Thailand, because it's so inexpensive for your cost of living, it makes it really attractive to want to live here. And you have all the luxuries that you do in America. And sometimes I think Thailand has even more luxury than a lot of places in America. So it's definitely very attractive to live in Thailand, but I love America. I love my friends. I love my family. I love the country that I came from. I'm a big time entrepreneur. So I believe being an entrepreneur in a country like America is a lot easier and a lot easier to achieve success. In countries like Thailand, if you own any kind of local businesses, it's actually very difficult for a foreigner. So my answer is yes and no, because I would ideally like to live in Thailand 2, 3, 4 months out of the year and then live the rest of that time in the US or in other countries. So that's my answer for that. Chris the Freelancer asks, so you got a first class flight to Thailand for $80. Is this on points? The answer is yes, and the $80 was basically like just taxes and fees. You might be wondering, how did I do that? Well, I do just a little bit of travel hacking, not a lot of travel hacking. I just have multiple businesses, so I accumulate a lot of points on credit cards, and then I just use those points to book flight tickets. It's not rocket science, but I know a lot of you out there are really interested on exactly the intricate details on how that's done. So in the near future, I'm actually gonna be making an online course or partnering up with someone to make an online course about travel hacking, about how you can accumulate points and hack the credit card companies and get more points. And that way you can book flight tickets and fly around the world, first class, business class, for next to nothing. So look out for that. Gustavo Camilo asks, how long have you been working on each one of your businesses? Great question. So I've started and done so many different businesses in the past, but the ones that have been the most fruitful and successful for me is my gift card company. I started that about 7 years ago. I now have a passive position with that company at the moment. My e-commerce dropshipping businesses, I started about 2.5 years ago. My e-courses, about 2 years ago, and my vacation rental businesses about 1 year and 8 or 9 months ago. At the time of this recording, November 2016. Sunny Mahajan asks, what drone am I using? I am currently using, and this is my favorite drone so far, I am currently using the DJI Phantom 4. So that's what this is right here. Now, I will tell you, as soon as I get back, I'm getting the DJI Mavic, so I'm super duper stoked for that. But all those drone shots is done with this drone. Daniel Roberts asked, where are your properties located in? He's referring to my vacation rental businesses where we have properties on Airbnb. Currently, at the time of this recording, we have properties in Huntington Beach, Anaheim, California, near Disneyland, and in LA near Hollywood. And then we're actually gonna be getting a couple more in Bangkok, Thailand. All right. Weston Woodruff asked, if you didn't travel so much, not that you should slow down, do you think that you would actually make more money? That's actually a pretty good question. My answer right off the bat is no, I would not make more money. Here's the reason why. You would think that if I just buckled down and stayed in one place and just worked my ass off, then I would make a ton of money, I would make more money. I actually used to be like that. And here's what I found, that when you're just stuck working so damn much, relentlessly, non-stop, it really doesn't seek happiness for me. The way I see it is, as an entrepreneur, and for pretty much everybody, I think that we're like a battery, right? And when you're working all the time, your battery life is depreciating, okay? And batteries always need to recharge. So if you just work all the time, your battery life is gonna get next to nothing, and you're basically gonna be running on fumes. You're not gonna be happy, you're not gonna be productive, right? And that's what happened for me. I think my first 5 or 6 years as an entrepreneur, I just literally worked my face off, non-stop. I didn't take any breaks, I didn't take any vacations. I never even left my state. I maybe traveled to like Vegas or a couple other states, but I never left anywhere, and I worked literally 7 days a week, 10, 12, 14, 16 hour days for months straight on end. So ever since I started making a lot more money and I started traveling more, what that's done is it's allowed me to recharge my battery, kind of just reset the pace for myself, and then when I get back home, I'm actually more hyper focused and I get a lot more shit done. So I absolutely love to travel. I like taking mini retirements or mini breaks. So usually I work 2-3 months on and then 1 or 2 months off, and then I just repeat that cycle all over again. Calgon asks, where are you living? I live in Southern California. Alaskar asks, what is the device that I have on my drone that allows me to release things? So my drone is semi-modified. It has this device right here, which is a payload release mechanism. I can attach objects to this, and with the press of a button, release that object. I use this for mainly fishing. Although I've thought of mischievous things like attaching water balloons to this and then dropping them on people, but don't do that, that's very bad. I got this from a website, let me try to find it. Looks like it's gimbal-guard.com. That's where I got it from. These guys 3D printed this. They hooked it up to basically a servo, and it attaches to a light on your drone, so there's no drilling required. And when you activate your light by turning it on and off, that will close and open the release mechanism. So pretty cool. Check it out if you're interested. One more question. All right, we're gonna end it with one of my favorite questions, and that's questions about fishing. Nick Bustos asked, what kind of rod are you using and what size hook and bait? So in Huntington Beach, Bolsa Chica Beach, a lot of these drone fishing videos that you guys are watching, I'm using a medium heavy rod, about 7 feet to 8 feet long. I'm using about a size 1 to 2/0 hook, and bait of choice that we use is dead mackerel, and usually we catch sharks and bat rays with that. A lot of fun. All right, that concludes my first Q&A. Thank you so much, you guys, for watching all my videos. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all the likes. Thank you for all the shares. Thank you for all the lovely comments. I appreciate every single one of you. I love you guys so much. See you guys on the next vlog. What do you want to say, Johnny?
So guys, Johnny FD with David Vu fishing giant and become catfish in Thailand. What's going on, buddy?
Dude, he might spool me. Look,
where's
he
all
won't
your
stop.
light?
He won't stop.
What happened to it all?
I'm trying to turn him. But, dude.